Magandang araw po sa inyo lahat mga kaibigan. Ako po si Lando Assistant para sa ating third quarter exams review. Alam ko po na lahat kayo ay busy na ngayon sa pag-review, kaya isabay po natin itong review natin tungkol sa combinations, permutations, and probability. So simulan natin sa unang problem. List all possible combinations of the letters T, V, W, and X taken two at a time. So the keyword here is combination. Ano ba ang combination? In mathematics, combination is a way of selecting items from a larger group. And the most important word here is without regard to the order in which the items are chosen. So kailangan po nating pumili ng dala-dalawang mga letra galing sa apat na letra given dito. So ano ang mga possible letters? Unang pair po is T and V. Pag meron na po tayong combination na TV, hindi na natin pwedeng kunin pa yung VT because they are just counted as one. The order is not important. So TV and VT, they are both counted as just one combination. Then sunod po is itong TW, then TX, then VW, then VX, and WX. So a total of 6 combinations given these 4 letters taken 2 letters at a time. Ngayon po, kung papalitan natin itong word combination ng permutation, ito po ang key concept ng permutation. It is also a way of arranging a set of objects in a specific order, and unlike combinations, permutation take into account the order in which the objects are arranged. Ibig sabihin po niyan, itong TV, kung sa combination, counted lang na pareho ng VT, sa permutation po, itong VT at saka TV, they are counted as 2 separate permutations. Ganun rin po ang mangyari dito sa TW. Pag naging WT, this is now considered as another permutation. So lahat ng mga ito ay may kanya-kanyang corresponding permutations kapag na-reverse natin yung order ng dalawang letters. Kaya po sa permutation, meron lahat tayong 12 permutations of these 4 letters taken 2 at a time. Samantalang sa combinations, meron lang tayong 6 na combinations of 2 letters taken from these 4 letters. So that is the most important concept about permutation and combination. Let's have another example. List all possible combinations of these 4 objects: a smiley face, sun, heart, and triangle. Since we are after the combination, ipipair lang po natin dala-dalawa itong mga symbols na given. So, ito po yung 6 na combinations na lalabas galing dito sa apat na symbols combined 2 at a time. Kapag binaliktad po natin yung mga ordering ng mga symbols na ito, walang problema po yan sa combination. Pareho pa rin po silang combination kahit magkabalibaliktad yung mga items sa loob ng isang grupo. So, let's have another example. List all the possible combinations of the digits 4, 5, 6, 7 taken 2 at a time. Again po, ang problem is about combination. So, ito po yung mga possible combinations galing dito sa apat na digits. And meron po tayong 6 na combinations na may 2 digits bawat combination. Next problem. Evaluate the expression 17 combined 9 at a time. Meron pong formula para makompute ang combination. Ito po yung n combined r at a time equals n factorial over r factorial times the quantity n minus r factorial. So ang ibig sabihin po nito is yung 17 ay ang value ng n. Ito yung number of items sa bigger set. Yung R natin ay yung 9. Ito yung kung ilang items ang kukunin natin galing sa mother set. So, to compute now for 17 combined 9 at a time, let's substitute 17 for n and then copy the factorial sign over R is 9, copy the factorial sign, times the quantity n minus r. So we have 17 minus 9 factorial. And 17 minus 9 is equal to 8. So, naging na siyang 8 factorial dito. Now, to evaluate 17 factorial, that is repeated multiplication starting from 17. Then, bawasan po natin ng 1 para maging 16. Then, bawasan ulit natin ng 1 para maging 15 hanggang makarating tayo sa number 1. Pero sa case pong ito, dahil merong 9 factorial sa denominator, hindi na natin kailangang ituloy-tuloy pa hanggang sa number 1. Dahil itong 9 factorial sa taas at saka itong 9 factorial sa denominator, pwede silang makancel. So it's useless na isulat pa natin lahat ng mga numbers until 1. Then ito pong 8 factorial na ganyan siyang 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 all the way down to 1. Then bago po nyo i-multiply itong mga numbers sa numerator at numbers sa denominator and divide the results, mag-divide na po muna tayo dahil mas liliit yung number na ating i-compute kung i-divide muna natin yung mga common factors. So ito pong 16 is equal to 8 times 2. So pwede po natin silang i-cancel out. Ito pong 14 divided by 7, magiging na lang siyang 2 sa taas. Then ito pong 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3. Itong 5 times 3 is 15. So makacancel na po itong 15 dito. Then itong 2 times 3, that is equal to 6. So makacancel na itong 6 dito. So ang natira na lang po is 17, 15, 13, 11, and 10. Sa denominator, we only have 1. So multiplying now 17 times 15 times 13 times 11 times 10, the result is 24,310. So ito na po yung value ng 17 combined 9 at a time. And that is letter C. Next problem po. The student body of 40 students wants to elect a president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer. We are asked to state if the scenario involves a permutation or a combination, then find the number of possibilities. We know here that our n is 40, but we do not know yet whether this is permutation or combination. Pero ano po ang sinasabi dito? They are going to elect a president, a vice president, a secretary, and a treasurer. Pwede po bang magkapalit ang posisyon ng president at saka secretary? Hindi po yan okay dahil yung student body, sila mismo yung nag-elect ng position. So dito po, hindi pwedeng mabaliktad yung order ng president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer. Therefore, this is a case of a permutation. And since permutation po meron tayo, then gamitin natin yung formula for permutation. N permuted R at a time, where our N is 40 and our R is 4. And gusto po nating malaman ilan lahat na possible permutations ng apat na posisyon na ito ang pwedeng makuha from a group with 40 students. And so, let's compute. So, n factorial is 40, n minus r is 40 minus r. So, 40 minus 4 is 36. We have 40 factorial over 36 factorial. So, let's expand 40 factorial as 40 times 39 times 38 times 37, but stop at 36 factorial dahil meron po tayong 36 factorial sa denominator. And so 36 factorial divided by itself is 1. So all we have to do is just multiply 40 times 39 times 38 times 37, and that gives us a value of 2,193,360. And our answer is letter A. This is a permutation with 2,193,360 possibilities. Next problem po. A team of 17 softball players needs to choose a captain and a co-captain. So, ang unang titingnan po nyo dito ay, ano ba pwedeng magkapalit ang posisyon ng captain at co-captain? Ang sagot po ay hindi. Dahil kung ikaw yung kapitan, hindi ka papayag na maging co-captain ka lang. So dito, klarado yung seniority, kung sino talaga yung pinakakapitan. And therefore, this is a case of a permutation. So, our N is 17, our R is 2. So we have N permuted R at a time, we have 17, P2, and use the formula, 17 factorial over N minus R, which is 17 minus 2 factorial. This is equal to 15, so we have 17 factorial over 15 factorial. Then, just perform the computation. 17 times 16, then stop at 15 factorial because there is 15 factorial in the denominator that we can cancel out. And we can cancel them out. And we can divide the two to arrive at a quotient of 1. So what's left is 17 times 16, which is equal to 272. So ang sagot po dito is letter A. Next problem. There are 35 applicants for 3 systems engineer positions. So ang tanong po dito is, pwede po bang magkapalit-palit yung order ng pagpili ng tatlong systems engineers? Ang sagot po ay oo. It doesn't matter kung sino yung una, pangalawa at pangatlo, lahat po sila mga system engineers. Since the order is not important, as long as meron tayong tatlong systems engineers, then this is a case of a combination. So let's bring our combination formula. Let's identify n to be 35 and our r is 3. So we now have 35 combined 3 at a time. Then use this formula. It's just a matter of substituting n and r to the formula. Then this part here is 32. Then all the rest is just computation. So expand 35 factorial but stop at 32 factorial here because there is 32 factorial here. So 32 factorial divided by itself is 1. Then 33 divided by 3 is 11. 34 divided by 2 is 17. And 35 times 17 times 11 is equal to 6,545. And the answer is letter B. Next problem. Lisa has homework assignment in 4 subjects. She only has time to do one of them. Is this combination or permutation? We do not know exactly what are the subjects, so this implies that we can interchange the order of the homework. And also, there is only one item that we need to take. So this is a combination. So using now the combination formula, 4 combined 1 at a time, that is equal to 4 factorial over 1 factorial times 4 minus 1 factorial. 4 minus 1 is 3 factorial, so what's left in the numerator is 4 divided by 1, and that is just equal to 4. And the answer is letter B. Number 9. A group of 12 people need to take an elevator to the top floor. They will go in groups of 6. They are deciding who will take the elevator on its second trip. So let's analyze po. Our N is 12 and our R is 6. But is this combination or permutation? Tingnan po natin yung group of 6 people. Ano po ba? Pwede po bang magkabali-baliktad yung order ng 6 na tao na sasakay ng elevator? The answer is yes. Kahit sino yung una, pangalawa, pangatlo hanggang pang-6, as long as silang 6, walang problema. Therefore, this is a case of a combination. And so let's use our combination formula. Then it's just a matter of substituting and R to the formula. And so I will leave it to you to do the computation in this part. And our final answer here would be 924, which is letter A. The number 10, a group of 21 people need to take an elevator to the top floor. They will go in groups of 7. They are deciding who will take the elevator on its second trip. Halos magkapareho ng previous example. So again, this is a combination problem. So let's use the combination formula. Our N is 21, our R is 7, and it's just a matter of doing the computation here. So the final answer is 116,280 combinations. Number 11, there are 280 people in a meeting. They each shake hands with everyone else. How many handshakes were there? So when 2 people shake their hands, it doesn't matter who is designated as person 1 and person 2, as long as they both shake their hands. Ibig sabihin po, this is a case of a combination. And pag nag-shake ng hands, meron pong dalawang taong involved to shake hands. So this is 280 combined 2 at a time. And using the formula, we arrive at a value of 39,060, which is letter C. At this point, I leave it up to you to perform the computation. And number 12, a group of 35 people are going to run a race. The top 3 runners earn gold, silver, and bronze medals. So dito po, yung first place ay makakuha ng gold, yung second is silver, yung third is bronze. So it's clear that the order is important, and so this is a case of a permutation. So let's get our permutation formula, where N is 35 and R is 3. And from here, it's just a matter of substituting the values for N and R into the formula and do the arithmetic computation. The result is 39,270, and that is letter C. So this is part 1 of this review. Ipagpatuloy po natin sa sunod na video.